Hi, I'm Tommy.
I'm Isaiah.
I'm Keith.
And welcome to the Hat Trick.
Ah, yes, the 2018 season is here. Time to get to work. The Brotherhood is back. The champs ready to defend. It's Thursday night, week 1, game 1. All eyes on us. It's time to go. We've trained for this, prepared for this all summer. Now is the moment to put it to use. It's time to show this nation what we're made of.
And that is Tack McKinley.
The season starts now. The Brotherhood is back.
Today in history, 1995. Cal Ripken breaks the record for consecutive games played. Okay.
What sport?
You don't even know who Cal Ripken is? Really?
I don't, man.
Really? Okay, so I'm going to read it off right now, okay? On this day in 1995, what's today's date?
That's before my time. I know it's crazy to
Today's
think
the 7th.
about.
Yeah, 7.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay.
September 7th.
September 7th, 1995. Baltimore Orioles shortstop Cal Ripken Jr. plays in his 2,131st consecutive game, breaking the Iron Horse Lou Gehrig's record for most consecutive games played. 2,131 games straight.
That's a lot of games.
You know that's a lot of freaking games, man. If you do the math on that, it's what, 100 and how many games in the regular season?
Like 165.
You know how much
168?
freaking games that is?
Years.
Years that is?
Yeah.
That's a lot. Okay.
That's like probably most of a career.
Most of your career. And Ripken was named Rookie of the Year in 82 in the AL. He was MVP in 83 and 91. Now, he just went on to play 2,632 games in a row before ending the streak by voluntarily removing himself from a game against the New York Yankees because he was tired. Guess what I'm saying, man? From the Yankees, right? Because you know I'm a Yankee fan, so he was just scared of the Yankees. That's all that was.
He didn't want to
in
crush
1998.
That's all.
But
he wanted to give him a chance.
Yeah, he wanted to give him a chance. Whatever. Ripken's retired after 2001 season with a lifetime record for home runs by a shortstop. Guess what? 345 for a shortstop.
Dang.
So that's today in history.
That is a good career.
Yeah.
That's a good
Today
career
in
right
history.
there, man. 2 records?
Yep.
Not bad.
Not bad at all.
2,000 consecutive
Yeah.
games. man.
2,000. That's amazing.
That's about 20 years right there.
Yeah. So it is halftime.
Atlanta versus Philly?
Atlanta versus Philly. Atlanta's up 6-3. What do y'all? What is y'all take on the game so far?
First of all, I think Philly should be up right now. I think they should be up at least 9-3.
You must be talking about that no call that was in the end zone.
Yeah, man, that is the thing that pisses me off the most in sports.
It was clearly
when refs don't call things.
It was clearly a pass interference.
That could change the game.
Yeah.
Now Atlanta's on top, but Philly could easily be on top.
Yeah. So
That
well,
pisses me. I want to jump in there and put on that ref jersey. And
yeah. Well, I like Matty Ice and I like Julio Jones, so I'm glad they up. Sorry, but we still got a whole nother half to go. So
that's just what I want to say right off the bat.
Yeah. What I want to know is, okay, Julio Jones last year. Now he was only second behind Antonio Brown. Yeah. Obviously, Odell Beckham was injured. Otherwise, he'd have been probably third. But anyway, he had 18 TDs and over 1,400 yards of total offense last year. So I'm looking at y'all defense, secondary. Mm-hmm. He had 3 catches. I know one catch was for like 30 yards. Another catch was 10 yards. 3 catches for like 11 yards. He's just been eating that defense up. So what's up with y'all defense, man? What's up with y'all defense? You know?
I don't know. Like if you saw like the one play where he got the 11-yard pass. He just fooled the hell out of Darby because he came across this way, and then Darby thought he was still going this way, and he cut back this way, and he came right back towards him.
Yeah, well, he knows how to separate.
He knows how to separate.
But yeah, like they said, one of the best receivers in the game.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Exactly, and I say, honestly, coming from my standpoint too, as just like an Eagles fan, but like Julio Jones, I say he's gonna have about like an even better year this year than he did last year.
Oh, of course. I mean, we talking about Julio Jones.
And you know what that's called? That's called taking ankles, not just physical ankles.
Yeah.
He took his mental ankles.
Yeah.
He took his ankles.
He tore him up, didn't he? I like that term.
That was mean, man. He went right and he said, nope. Oh.
Okay. So you know what I'm coming with the next question, right? QB.
Yeah.
Wentz not playing. He wasn't cleared by the doctor.
Yep.
Foles. Okay. I looked at him very, very honestly, the first half. He's doing okay. He's not up until that. I mean, obviously, we got to wrap it up. This is the first game, so we can call it the first game. He's first half, too. Probably the second half, they go in, make some adjustments. He might come back out firing off the handle. I mean, what is your assessment on Nick Foles this first half?
So, he was sacked twice. One for a loss of 7, and I think the other for like a loss of like 4 or 5 yards. But I mean, so far he's 11 for 18 on attempts. He has about 7 drop passes, and if you compare that to Mr. Matt Ryan, he is 9 for 19 on his pass attempts.
Excuse me, Matty Ice.
I'm gonna call him Mr. Ryan.
Matty Ice, baby. Because he ice.
I got a question for you guys, all right? Atlanta, beginning of the game, 1 yard away from the end zone.
That's correct.
Fourth down.
Fourth down.
They went for it, and they lost. What would you do in that situation?
Oh, I would take the points.
Take the
Yeah.
3 points?
Because Philadelphia. Yeah. No, go ahead. I'm sorry. What
No,
you
yeah,
gonna say?
because I mean, if they got the touchdown, and I mean, obviously it's always better to get the touchdown, but
Yeah.
just to be safe, I
And
mean,
it is, and especially in the first quarter, the first drive.
yeah.
Why would you risk going for?
Yeah,
Risk
that
of
makes
touchdown.
sense. It's not like they need to clutch.
Well, I understand what the
Yeah.
coach did because it is the first drive, and you got
Yeah.
2, 3, and 4 more quarters to go. I got that, but personally, I probably would have went for the 3 points instead of because
Exactly.
remember last year Philadelphia had the number 1. I think they had the number 1 defense in the league, and they was I think number 6 against the run. So.
Yep.
That's going to be very hard to score against Philadelphia. And remember, when you're on the goal line, everything now is really compressed. You know what I mean? So, so I think he should have went for the 3 points. That's my personal opinion about it.
Yeah, that's
At least they would have been up, probably been up 9-3 right now.
Yeah, easily it could have been.
Definitely,
But
definitely.
They decided to go for that touchdown instead.
Matty Ice got sacked. Also late in the second quarter. This cat right here, Jordan Hicks. Just basically plowed through him, through Devontae Freeman, to get to him. So,
Man.
well, what the heck was that? Oh,
I think that was a computer.
So, I'm gonna say I lost my train of thought. Okay. Oh, I got it. This NFL rules. Like you talked about earlier that you hate when the ref makes the calls and stuff like that, right? So on the NFL rule about roughing the passer because Atlanta had
That's a good point. I would have said something about it too.
yeah, Atlanta had Nick Foles in the end zone, and they got an alibi by the penalty because he didn't sack him. But what the big guy was, I forgot who it was. He was like 280 pounds, maybe 300 pounds. When you start lunging forward before the quarterback throw the ball, how can you stop that momentum?
Right.
So the NFL rule says this right here. A defensive player can't put all or part of his body weight on the quarterback to land on the quarterback immediately after the quarterback throws the ball. How can you stop 300 pounds going forward? You tell me that.
And I think it's kind of a gray area, and that's not the only call roughing the passer in that game. It's happened, I think, 3 times.
Yeah.
So far, it is halftime. But when it happened against Atlanta, it happened against Philadelphia as well, where he I don't remember who it was, but he came around the left side, and all he's trying to do is get to the quarterback. Right? He's coming around the left side. He wants to take the quarterback down. He throws the ball, and then maybe a second later, the closest thing, the only thing he can reach out to get because he's being guarded is his legs. He gets his legs, and he's getting penalized.
I think that fell under the Tom Brady rule. Remember Tom Brady when they lunged for his legs?
But at the same time, I mean, if you're there and you can get about to his waist, I mean,
it's momentum. It's how can you stop momentum going
these
forward?
are big guys really
it's very
putting
hard.
all that they have into it.
Yep.
I think it's kind of bogus.
Yeah, dude.
You know, I mean, that one specifically. I mean, what are you gonna do? Just I can't do this specific tackle that they want me to do, so I'm gonna let him throw the ball.
Right.
And you know, you have to give a little bit of leniency from the time that they throw the ball because you can't just be mid dive and then he threw the ball. Let me just
and then you try to do some type of
that's
gymnastic.
ridiculous. And I understand,
Yeah.
you know, you can't just be completely trekking quarterbacks. I get that, but at the same time, you know, that goes for against the Eagles as well. You know, I mean, a big dude like that.
Yeah.
He's already moving forward. You know, I mean, there's only so much you can do. That's my opinion on it.
Yeah. So what's your take on it?
I'd have to agree with you guys because there's really not much to say about it because, like you guys are saying, you can't stop momentum, especially if you're already in the dive or if you're already, like he said, like that foot from him and you're already coming at him. You got your arms around him. It's kind of hard to just stop. Like you can't just stop.
Totally agree with both of y'all. So I mean, anything else y'all need to say? What do you think the second half? What do the Eagles have to do to win this game in the second half? And I want you to answer the same thing about Atlanta. What's Atlanta got to do to continue to be leading in the second half?
For the Eagles, I'd have to say they need to. Their offensive line needs to start protecting Foles a little bit more. They need to give him a little bit more time in the pocket. And as far as their defense goes, the defense not too bad. I'm not too upset with it at all. It's just they need to get a little bit more aware of that pass, and they need to get more man coverage on Julio Jones.
On Julio Jones, well, it's kind of hard to check Julio Jones one-on-one, but I got it. So he may have to double cover him.
Yeah.
What do you take about
Atlanta? I don't have all that much to say about Atlanta. Okay, they're kind of fortunate that they're up right now.
Yeah.
But and I only say that because of that whole not calling pass interference and all that. All right, but putting all that aside, I think they just need to continue to do what they do, what they're strong at. And what would you say that they're strong at as far as offense?
Oh, they're tandem. That quarterback and receiver tandem.
Exactly. I think that they need to continue to press that, and I think that they can. Edge their way to a victory. You know. I mean, unless they slip up. And the Eagles start getting their stuff together, and they start protecting that quarterback. Then
Yeah, definitely. One thing that I noticed is Atlanta has 8 penalties.
Yeah, there's been a lot of penalties.
And what happened, and the reason they have that penalty is because Foles is doing a hard count, which making them jump off sides, and also the other penalties that they had, like 3 penalties in a row. Yeah,
with that hard count.
That hard count is
hard count is really messing with Atlanta. That's one thing I think Atlanta needs to focus on too. Is like if they're in that locker room, I would be telling them like, "Hey, watch out for that hard count because you know he's going to be doing it since he's already got you guys like 3 or 4 times on it. You know it's going to happen again."
Well, that's why they pay the coaching staff real good because they go in halftime and make small adjustments, and the adjustments they come back out and they execute them adjustments. Things should get more exciting in the second half. I'm hoping. Okay, me. Both of the teams are NFC, but the way it's looking, I think Atlanta's going to win this game, and I think it's going to be more exciting. And I did originally say 38-17. Don't seem like it's going to be 38-17. I think it's going to be. I think Atlanta's going to win. I think it's going to be like 20, maybe 21 to. 21 to like 16 or 17 or something like that.
So you're expecting a lot of action second?
Yeah, I'm thinking
half.
about it. Yeah, but I still think Atlanta's going to win this game.
I'm just hoping we see that MVP quarterback come back out from that last game.
Okay, yeah, well, he is MVP. I got to give him that. That's cool. Yeah.
Hopefully he can bring some of that momentum out. I know it's been a long off season for him, but
yeah,
he just needs to
all
bring
that
some of
stuff
that
is
momentum back.
yeah, all that stuff is last year. I don't forgot about last year.
The game's over now. What do you guys think?
I think it was an interesting half.
Yeah,
but you know what? I'm going to I thought I'll go ahead and put it on there. I thought Atlanta was going to beat that tail down.
They almost did, really.
Yeah, it came down to
1 second.
1 second. Well, I got a question for you. You're a Philly fan. I know you're a Pats fan, but I'm going to ask you about the Falcons. Yeah. How do you think your team did in the second half?
In the second half, I'd have to say that they definitely played a lot better than that first half, Tommy. I will
agree.
give them that. The defense seemed like they came out a little bit stronger, and it seemed like they were starting to finally put more of that man coverage on Julio Jones there. And Graham finally came back to that defense, so it's good to see him back out there.
Yeah. Well, I can agree with you to a certain point, but Julio Jones had 10 receptions for how much?
169.
169. Now, yeah, but that's Julio Jones, and he can do that to pretty much any team. But that kind of exposed y'all's secondary a little bit, I think because it is the beginning of the season, I think Philly can tighten that secondary up. You know
Now,
what I mean?
both teams' defense were pretty decent
they were.
in the second half, but Philly was incredible on defense, in my opinion.
I agree.
I mean, wow, I saw so many great things defensively. It was real cool to watch. I mean, you could tell both teams were real defensive because of how many punts there were. I mean, it seemed like it was like every single drive, punt. Yeah. And
Until the fourth quarter or something.
Yeah.
Right?
So, but Philly especially, they had a great defense. So kudos to them for that.
Yeah, definitely. I agree with you on that. And because Matty Ice, they made his ice melt today. Boy, I'm telling you.
Matty water.
Matty, he was cold water. It's that ice, right? So what do you think about Atlanta?
Atlanta did real poor.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as passing, all right. Especially, all right. Let's talk about the red zone. All right. In the red zone, Atlanta was 1 for 9.
1 for 9.
Yeah, 1 for 9, and for passing.
Yeah.
And 0 out of 3 passes were targeted to Julio Jones. 0 for 3.
Right.
Played real poor in the red zone, and the same thing happened last year against Philly.
Yeah.
They were 1 for 3 in the red zone, so it was just real frustrating to see that. Like I said, the Eagles' defense, man. But I mean, but you know what? I'm not going to give all the credit to the Eagles' defense because Matt Ryan could not. He kept. I mean, the interception that you saw.
Yeah.
All right,
It's like he didn't have no zip on the ball.
and it just fell short. It was so easy for them to intercept it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I'm going to say it's a mixture of him just missing the mark and the Eagles' defense.
You think the timing was off a little bit, maybe?
I don't know.
Yeah, they've been together for the last Matt Ryan and Julio Jones. I think it's 9 years or something like that. So it seemed like their timing should be automatically down. The problem I saw is, and everybody else saw it, I'm sure, is it seemed like he was only targeting Julio Jones.
Yeah, it definitely did seem like in that game.
And the
it was just
defense,
all Julio Jones.
realized that,
Right.
And they cracked down on him pretty hard.
Yeah, they started running doubles on him. They had the outside, inside, deep. They had all over that, and it was kind of hard for him to, especially in the red zone. Now, in the open field, he was eating them alive. But when you get to that end zone, everything else is condenses. So
On top of that, Matt Ryan was only 49% pass completion. 49%. That's just. It wasn't
real
working
bad.
out for him today. Yeah. Today just was not his game, in my opinion. I think Atlanta definitely went downhill.
So what was his stats today?
So like I said, he's 49%, 21 out of 43 passes completed for 251 yards.
It's still not bad. I mean, in the loss, it's not bad.
I mean, they were close. I think they could have won. Think about it. If they had played better in the red zone, I think they could have.
Right.
Put a
and
mean
then
beating on the Eagles.
And you got that controversial.
Yes.
Catch.
Julio Jones.
Yeah.
Right at the sideline. He right after halftime, caught the ball, kind of fumbled it a little, and then kind of had it on his shoulder.
Right.
And the way that the player came across the camera, it blocked the angle, so it's hard to tell if it was on the ground or.
It seemed like they should have just gave that to him because.
It's a pretty big controversy, and a lot of people were saying that was a catch.
It looked like one to me.
Yeah, it definitely looked like a catch.
It looked like to everybody it was a catch.
Yeah, a lot of people, the majority of people, I'll say, that are talking about it are saying that looks like a catch.
Except the Philly fans.
And I've seen. No,
I'm saying it was a catch.
I did hear somebody say that the ball rotated on his helmet.
But as long as he still had control of it. If you got control of it, the ball can move a little bit, but if you got control of it, it should be a catch.
And that's the only thing I've heard of someone saying that it wasn't a catch. Yeah. So really, I mean, they could have scored there too because that they could have scored that drive.
Yeah.
Because when Philly got the ball after that, they scored.
They scored.
So,
yeah.
you know, is it like I said earlier in the first half of the segment, the referee is not. I mean, just missing calls.
Yeah. That's
That any sport, basketball, soccer. I mean, the World Cup. Oh my goodness! Except for this last one, 2014.
Yeah.
It ruins games.
There was
man.
like
It
what, like
ruins
26,
games.
27, 28 penalties in that game.
Yeah, there were a lot.
It was a lot.
Yeah.
It was a
And
lot.
especially Atlanta, they gave up 15 penalties today, and that was the most penalties that they've ever given up since 1990.
Wow.
And they gave up 15.
Yeah.
15 penalties. Okay.
They did not have good games.
So, this was a game of penalties. It seemed like every time they got down and snapped the ball, somebody was either jumping off. Now, I know why Atlanta got a lot of them, because Matt Ryan was using a lot of hard counts. No, I'm sorry, not Matt Ryan. Nick Foles.
Nick Foles.
Yep.
He was using a lot of hard counts, and they jumped the ball a lot. So, kudos to him.
Except the one face mask.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, it looked like he was trying to snap his neck.
Yeah, and that face mask.
Did you see that? Did you happen to see that one?
well, I think I had walked out, and I didn't
that was
get a
brutal,
chance
man.
to see that one.
That
Okay.
was brutal.
Wow.
Like he was like coming this way. He grabbed his face and pulled his whole body around back.
while he
the
was
other
going
way.
down. It was
By-
right.
Didn't break his dang on neck.
That's what I'm saying.
It looked like he was trying to snap his neck.
Yeah, to get him out the game. I mean, but
Yeah.
really, he didn't play that well. I mean, it's just that one play that they did in the Super Bowl last year.
They call it the Philly.
Yeah,
Philly.
that was the only highlight on offense other than Ajayi had scoring those 2 touchdowns. That was really the only highlight that Philly had. It was the defense that really shined today.
You want the Philly?
You know what I mean? So what was his stats? what was Nick Foles' stats?
Nick Foles, he went 19 for 34 for 117 yards with 1 interception.
See what I mean?
And he had a 55 pass completion.
You could have put
percentage.
the doggone third string quarterback in there. He probably would have threw a higher percentage and more yards than Nick Foles. So he really didn't do much today other than just hike the ball and gave the ball off a few. So so the defense, we can credit the defense, and everybody know defense wins games.
And that's why it was compared to other NFL games. It's kind of a low scoring game.
Yeah,
A lot of punts. A lot of
I think honestly it was just a battle of 2 good teams.
Yeah.
two
for
good
the start.
defenses.
That was like a defensive game right there. That was like a defense competition.
Well, I lost today. As far as saying that Atlanta was going to
As far
kick.
as your prediction?
Yeah. So, but based off the first half, I thought it looked like they was doing real good.
They
so
almost
Eagles
did,
turned it
really.
around, man.
They almost did.
They almost did.
But if Matt Ryan, could get his head together and remember how to throw a football, maybe they could have scored.
yeah, you're right. Huh?
If he actually saw any of the other receivers, maybe.
Okay.
But I got a question for you. All right? So Zach Ertz had a catching record of not dropping passes. And today, how many passes did he drop? Three passes. Well, I mean, what do you think happened there?
I mean, it could have just been like a mixture of like a little bit of nerves and probably excitement too, I would have to say, being that first game of the season. His teammates and everyone probably had him a little bit too pumped up, or he was just there could have been some other things in there too. You never know what's going on with
Could
him.
have been
And a
that
lot of
Falcon
them-
defense that was just punishing him every time he touched the ball.
No, the one time he just closed his arms too soon and the ball went straight into his.
Right, because he was
His
trying
forearms.
to protect himself
At
from
least
that
two of
punishing
them.
defense.
At least 2 of them were unacceptable in
Yeah,
my opinion.
unacceptable. Yeah.
If it's in the hands, you need to catch it. If it's right there in front of you and you have someone behind you but not there to slap the ball away, you need to catch that.
You need to catch it.
Unacceptable. in my
You
opinion.
can't just have the focus on him too though, because the rookie tight end he also had about like 4 or 2 or 3 drop passes too. So
Yeah, but the only reason I'm highlighting him is because of the streak that he had.
Yeah.
He was notorious for, he's got like sticky hands.
That
if it
streak
touches him,
was broken.
If it touches him, it's his.
Yeah, it is broken today.
All right. Well, we're starting something new today.
Yeah,
Tommy?
well, people, we got another 30 games to go, so we're gonna do our picks today. So the first game,
I'll start with the first one.
Okay.
Falcons versus the Eagles. I'm gonna say the Eagles.
No,
I'll even guess the score.
no,
Can I guess the score?
no. That we're
extra
talking
points?
about the other teams, the other.
I can't make
30
my
teams,
prediction?
The other 30 teams.
Look, man, I'm trying to get points.
That game
That
was
game
just a
doesn't
game.
count.
It don't count.
Why not?
Because
'Cause it
we
already
didn't
played.
start it.
So?
It's already played. If that's a fact, all three of us got
Well,
one
no,
point.
I got it first, man.
No, all three of us got 1 point.
Fine, then, be like that.
It'd be like that.
Maybe I'm from the future.
Anyway,
Maybe I'm from the future and I already know.
what you use the
Maybe I'm from the past and I don't know.
what's that card that he used in Back to the Future? The flux capacitor or something? That's what you're gonna
It's a
use.
DeLorean.
All right. So what are we looking at?
So we're looking at Buffalo against Baltimore. Who you got?
I'll take Baltimore.
You got Baltimore.
Yep.
Okay. Who you got?
I'll take. I'm gonna go with Buffalo on this one.
Okay, yeah, Buffalo. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go with Baltimore as well. Pittsburgh versus Cleveland.
Cleveland. I think Cleveland will be able to. Yep, I'm gonna say Cleveland over Pittsburgh.
I'm taking
Hold
Pittsburgh.
on, I think I got some medicine in my bag. You gonna pick Cleveland over
Yep.
Pittsburgh?
Yep.
Okay, y'all hear that? I think this guy's on crack or something. We both going with Pittsburgh, right?
Pittsburgh.
Okay, no.
Hey man, those who don't learn their history are forced to repeat it, man. Are
Hey.
you worried about that? Or you think they're gonna prevail? He thinks they're gonna prevail. Okay, we'll see. You know what? You prove us wrong. Good on you, bro.
We're gonna see what you say on this next one. Bengals versus Colts.
Bengals.
Bengals, okay.
You know what? I'm gonna agree with that. I'll say Bengals.
Bengals, too?
Bengals. Yeah.
Well, I'm going to be the opposite. I believe the Colts
yeah.
is going to win this
Okay.
right here. Titans versus the Dolphins.
I'm sorry. Titans.
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 That's so messed up. Dolphins,
40.
prove us wrong. Dolphins.
49ers versus the Vikings.
Vikings. By far.
How crazy.
I'm not saying all that by far. I'm just saying Vikings.
How crazy. You got Garoppolo. You got the dog. Now you got Richard Sherman that went over there. You got, man, come on. Now, all right. Y'all go ahead and go with the Vikings. I'm going with the 49ers. Okay. Then I'm going to go ahead and put mine down first. 49ers, Vikings. Texans versus Patriots.
Texans all the way.
You got Texans?
I got Texans.
All right. Of course, I already know who you're going to go with, and I'm going to go with
Who am I
that
going
too.
with?
The Patriots.
Are you sure?
Yeah, we both going with the Patriots on that one.
Can I vote?
No.
I can't vote?
No. I already know what you're going to go with. Patriots fan.
Just because I'm a fan doesn't mean that I think they're going to win the game.
I think you know they're going to win the game. Me too. The Buccaneers versus the Saints. I'm going with the Saints.
Saints.
Oh, we all go with the Saints, huh? Because Jameis Winston's not playing, okay? But he's suspended for the first 3 games. Might have had a chance. Jags versus Giants.
Jags, baby.
Giants, baby.
Jags.
Man, forget y'all. Giants.
Jags. That don't mean nothing, man.
Chiefs
All right.
versus the Chargers.
Chiefs.
Broncos versus Seahawks.
Broncos.
Yeah, I'm going to say Broncos.
Why are you going to say Broncos?
Because I don't think the Seahawks got it. Versus the Broncos. Plus, I'm just...
The Legion of Boom is no longer.
I'm just remembering, yeah.
The defense is done.
Yeah.
So you going with the Seahawks too, or the Broncos?
It's not like the
going
Super Bowl
Yeah,
49.
that's right. You going with the Broncos?
Broncos, man.
Broncos.
Broncos,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay. The Cowboys. I almost said Cowgirls, but Cowboys versus the Panthers.
Panthers.
The Redskins versus Cardinals.
Cardinals.
That's gonna be a good game right there.
That's gonna be a good game.
AP starting, 33 years
Redskins.
old. Redskins.
Redskins.
I'm going with Cardinals.
Ooh, that's gonna be a good
Redskins.
game. Okay, Redskins. Yeah, that's one. You going with the Cardinals?
Cardinals.
Because I like the Redskins. And because I think AP is going to come out really, really well. Now the Cardinals got a really good defense, but I think playing the Redskins, the Cardinals going to lose this one. So I'm going to go with the Redskins. All right. The Bears on a Monday Night Football. You got the Bears. There's 2 games. You got the Bears versus the Packers. Khalil Mack.
I'm going with Bears on this one.
You going with the Bears?
Yep.
I'm going to go with the Packers with you.
I say Khalil Mack is gonna do something for that defense against Aaron Rodgers and the Packers.
Okay. Well, you know what? I'm going with the Packers too. You going with the Packers?
Yeah, I'm going with the Packers.
Yeah, you talking about Aaron Rodgers? Aaron Rodgers just signed what, $180 million contract, something like that. I knew it was 100 and something. He better play good. And all that money, and then obviously
Two terrible
the Jets versus the Lions.
Lions.
Patriots.
The Jets versus the Lions.
I'm going with Lions on this one.
You know, I'm doing a Cinderella team.
I'm trying not to pick any AFC East teams besides the only good one in the AFC East.
I'm just saying. Well,
But Lions.
the Lions. You going to the Lions too?
Yep.
You know what? Y'all better get that young quarterback, Darnold. You better give him some doggone respect. Because he got a chip on his shoulder. He didn't go number 1.
You know what, though?
I know.
You know what? I knew this guy from Michigan. And...
I'm going to go with the Jets.
Well, okay. All right.
What guy from Michigan?
I knew this guy from Michigan. Is it too late to change?
No, you can change.
I can change?
Yeah, because
All right.
the game hadn't played yet.
I knew this guy from Michigan, and I didn't really like him. So, for that, I think I'm going to go with the Jets.
You're going to go with the Jets?
Yeah.
Okay, we can erase that. Go
All
with
right.
the Jets. All right. So we're going to run this tally every week to see who is going to be the king of picking.
At the
And
end
I
of the
already knew.
season.
I'm not gonna miss a single one of them.
At the end of the season. And the winner wins
A helmet.
with what?
The hat trick icon. Or a hat trick.
The hat trick logo, the new
Logo.
hat trick logo. Shout out to TheCartoonist for making us that logo.
Yeah. Oh, it's
Yeah, it
outstanding.
looks fantastic.
Yes, it is. We're gonna make that.
Definitely
So-
contact TheCartoonist. I'll put his link in the description, his contact information for good logos, drawings, etc.
It's great. Okay, folks. That's all we have today.
As always, if you enjoy watching the hat trick, please make sure to give us a like.
And don't forget to subscribe.
And don't forget to turn on the notifications.
And we're out of here.
We'll see you in the next one.